Hi, I'm Matthew Mendoza.
I'm Kristen Sylvester.
I'm Cam Westgate.
Jamie Whitney.
And I'm Jaden Roble, and this is Group 4's presentation on Best Buy.
Best Buy's history began in 1966 when Richard Schultz and a business partner opened up their first store named The Sound of Music, an electronics store specializing in high-fidelity stereos in St. Paul, Minnesota. By 1969, Schultz had bought out his business partner. Sound of Music had 3 stores, and it became a publicly held company listed in the NASDAQ Stock Exchange. In 1981, the largest and most profitable of the 9 locations at the time was hit by a tornado. The store's roof was blown off and the showroom was destroyed, but the storage room was left intact. Schultz decided to have a tornado sale of damaged and excess stock in the store's parking lot. He poured the remainder of his marketing budget into advertising the sale, promising Best Buys on everything. The sale turned out to be very profitable. In 1983, with 7 stores and $10 million in annual sales, The Sound of Music was renamed Best Buy Company, Inc. At this time, the company expanded its product offerings to include appliances and VCRs in an attempt to expand beyond its then core customer base of 15 to 18-year-old males. In 1989, the company rolled out the first of its 3 new phases, which was called Concept 2. This concept was controversial in the way that it got rid of commission salesmen and introduced a commission-free sales environment to create a more relaxing and low-pressure experience for its shoppers. This upset many suppliers who pulled their products out of the stores until they saw how much Best Buy's sales and revenue grew as a direct result of this new concept. In 1992, Best Buy hit $1 billion mark in annual revenues. A few years later, Best Buy debuted its Concept 3 stores. These stores were larger than its previous stores and included expanded product offerings, interactive touchscreen kiosks, and displayed product information for both customers and employees, and demonstration areas such as surround sound stereo systems and video games. Best Buy launched its Concept 4 stores with its expansion into New England in 1998. This included an open layout with products organized by category, cash registers located throughout the store, and slightly smaller stores than Concept 3 stores. The first decade of the 2000s was a busy time for Best Buy. During these years, the company entered into the international market, acquired and purchased many companies, surpassed the 600 store mark, and much more, becoming a retail giant. In the year 2000, Best Buy entered the online retailing business by launching BestBuy.com. Best Buy joined forces with Geek Squad in 2002, and in 2004, Forbes magazine named Best Buy the Company of the Year. Today, Best Buy operates through 2 business segments, domestic and international. The domestic segment comprises of operations in all states, districts, and territories in the U.S., operating under various brand names, including Best Buy Mobile, Geek Squad, Magnolia Audio and Video, Napster, and Pacific Sales. The international segment includes all operations outside the U.S. and its territories, which include Canada, Europe, China, Mexico, and Turkey. It also markets its products under different brand names. Environmental analysis. Competitive forces. Best Buy would be best described as having total budget competitors because they compete for limited financial resources of the same customers. Competitors include Amazon, Walmart, and eBay. The competitive structure fits under a monopolistic competition. When it comes to monitoring competition, Best Buy uses price matching, gathers information about their competitors and customers, and also merged with smaller companies, and which has created less competition. Economic forces. Economic conditions are important for Best Buy because they sell luxury goods and services. Depending on where we are in the business cycle, people are more or less willing and able to spend money on goods and services that Best Buy provides through its retail stores and online platform. Best Buy depends on the strengths of a person's buying power also. The customer needs to be willing to spend their discretionary income from them instead of competitors or other purchases altogether. Technological forces. Because Best Buy is an electronics tech-based company, not only is their use of technology important, but also the products and services they provide impact their sales. The functionality of their website plays a large role too, and information and services they provide through their tech support helps retain customers and provide an extra level of customer service. They provide the most up-to-date products and services to keep up with their ever-changing and growing technology market. Sociocultural factors. Best Buy does a great job understanding and adapting to the increased proportion of aging population. They have done so by purchasing Jitterbug, a company focused on utilizing technology to support elderly living at home. They also provide a total tech support service for $200 per year. The total tech support provides services and technologies in the home. Services for all the technologies in the home, which touches on sociocultural forces such as education level, income, and parental status. Best Buy also plays on major sources of cultural value, cultural values, which is family. They showcase home theater systems and children's technology to encompass the idea of being at home together. Another cultural value Best Buy utilizes is green marketing through its recycling program. Globally, Best Buy considers international trade systems, trade barriers, and currency valuation. Best Buy is able to provide products and web services to other countries that help create growth in these markets. Best Buy also takes into consideration the differences in ethical standards that are sensitive to local cultures internationally, and competes in global market and supplies the international market with well-known technologies, and customers know they're getting the same product they would get in other countries.
One of the parts I had was the current marketing plan, and the objectives I found for Best Buy, which they referred to as their unique customer promise, was that they promised to have all the latest devices and services in one place, have competitive prices, provide impartial knowledge, advice, and give the ability to shop when and where you need to, and to support product life. Their mission statement was to positively impact the world, enrich people's lives through technology, and contribute to the common good. Their target market are baby boomers, and millennials. This is due to their printed ads and Facebook advertisements, and they use this because they want to target people who don't already have these devices so that they see the advertisements and they can get new devices. 4 Ps for Best Buy are there's almost 1,000 stores in the US for Place. There's 131 in Canada and 40 in Mexico. There was also stores in China until 2011 and Europe until 2012. The pricing, they have the lowest prices and price matching. If they don't have the lowest price, they will price match it, hence the name Best Buy. And the promotion is, like I said before, printed in online advertisements, usually on Facebook for the online advertisements. And the product is a variety of electronic items and accessories. Any technology you can get in today's age will be at Best Buy.
I have the SWOT analysis for Best Buy. For the strengths, looking at Best Buy's customer reviews and consumer satisfaction levels, we would say Best Buy has a pretty good reputation. Every time you walk into Best Buy, someone comes up to you almost immediately and asks what you are looking for or what you need help with. They provide excellent customer service. Then after this step, they direct you to the right area or bring you to the specialist for that area of service. This helps build and retain customer loyalty, which inspires repeat purchases and gives consumers a good reason to recommend Best Buy to others. Best Buy also has top ratings with consumers for providing support after the initial purchase. One great thing about Best Buy is their Geek Squad, which actually provides in-home personal service to consumers. This is something you simply do not get with strictly online retailer. The market for electronics only continues to grow, and people are willing to spend a lot of money on items such as computers, phones, and gaming systems. Best Buy has a lot of locations and a good ability to reach many consumers. For the weaknesses, Best Buy relies heavily on supplier credit, meaning that they pay for their stock in their stores after the item sells. They also have more expenses than online companies because of the cost of building and staffing their brick and mortar locations. Another weakness is that Best Buy specializes in selling items which people don't necessarily need. So if there's a crisis or some sort of the economy is in some sort of trouble, Best Buy sales are going to decline. Phones, TVs, and gaming systems are going to be the first things people stop spending money on if their income is greatly reduced. It is very difficult to compete with online retailers and stores such as Walmart because of the amount of power these companies have. They are able to buy in huge quantities because of the amount of merchandise they sell. Walmart brings people for many of their daily needs, and it's quite convenient to look at electronics while shopping for your weekly grocery needs. For the opportunities, Best Buy sells some of the most popular items on the market, including cell phones and video games. By setting up displays in their stores, they give consumers the opportunity to try these items in person and experience online retailers simply cannot provide. Because Best Buy already carries cell phones in their stores, if they could provide a cellular service at their location, they could create a one-stop experience for the consumer. If a person could walk into a store, pick out their phone, and have the cell phone service activated, it would mean greater profits for them. If Best Buy focuses more on their online presence, they could take advantage of the growing popularity of e-commerce without having to build new stores. For the threats, one of the greatest threats to Best Buy is the popularity of online shopping. Companies that are strictly online have less cost than the brick and mortar locations and are able to offer more competitive pricing than Best Buy while maintaining a hefty profit margin. Also, Best Buy sells name brands such as Apple and Samsung, which also sell direct to consumers and have both stores and online presence. The Apple website is now number 4 in the United States. About 77 million people visit their website each month. Since online shopping is becoming more popular, there are also apps which find the best deal on electronics without the consumer having to do much searching. A good example of an app that does this is Honey, which is free to use. Best Buy absolutely has to be competitive with their prices.
As Jaden mentioned, Best Buy competes with larger stores that sell pretty much anything, and for this reason, we picked Amazon as for our case study. And Amazon has over 12 million products available, and if you include the Amazon Marketplace sellers as well, the number jumps to 350 million. Amazon, they've mastered their simplicity and convenience, and Best Buy also has online options comparable to Amazon, but Amazon has mastered the convenience behind it. Best Buy is one of the last category killer stores, which means they focus on one category, which is their technology. And Amazon's mission statement that I found from Amazon UK was we aim to be Earth's most customer-centric company. Our mission is to continually raise the bar of the customer experience by using the internet and technology to help consumers find, discover, and buy anything, and empower business and content creators to maximize their success, which is along the lines of Best Buy's mission statement too. It is comparable.
I had new marketing objective. In the past, Best Buy has been found lacking in their customer service department, mainly their returns and home installation department. One of our proposed innovations is to revamp their customer service. In doing this, they will retain new customers, as interactions with store representatives will be smooth and to the point. Our second innovation would be to create exclusive brand deals to stimulate revenue. In doing this, it will cause demand for electronics which they have exclusive brand deals with, such as Apple, Samsung, or other popular electronics. For the new 4Ps, I had product in place. For product, exclusive brand deals and revamped customer service, and for place, ad campaigns and an improved online presence.
I had promotion and price. So for promotion, Best Buy really needs to increase their social media presence to bring in the younger generation to have more revenue. And one way we thought about doing this is to become more fluent in Twitter, I guess you could say. For example, Wendy's is really good at like roasting other companies. This gets word of mouth around and people talk about Wendy's, even if they're not talking about their food, their company name is still getting out there. So we think that if Best Buy were to do similar things like roasting other companies like Amazon or eBay, that they would have an increased younger presence. And for price, they're offering non-price promotions for customers, such as early releases. Where the price aspect really comes into play is that Best Buy would need to spend a considerable amount of money in order to retrain their customer service and their installation services. Also, it's unclear how much a brand deal could cost them as far as advertising or things like that. So implementation. Step one is they have to retrain their current employees in better customer service, installation services, and situational de-escalation. This could involve several days of just sitting down and having training sessions with really good consumer service professionals. The installation service, that's things like, your washers, your dryers, being able to really understand how to install those and how to install them correctly so that there's no issues further down the line. It's going to be really important for them. And situational de-escalation is important when people have issues with returns. So if they're out of date with their return and Best Buy can't accept it, people are often inclined to get angry with the customer service representatives rather than the company itself. So the customer service representative needs to be able to keep calm and keep their customer calm in order to have everyone leave happy. Step two is to acquire an exclusive brand deal with a company like Apple. In order to do this, they would obviously have to reach out to the company, and then they would have to set a new contract that would either have Apple products only be available at Best Buy, or new releases like the iPhone 12 would come out early at Best Buy stores or online at Best Buy. Step three is obviously to advertise the new changes in the company. In order to do this, they would have to spend a lot of money in new advertising campaigns, either on Instagram, through commercials on TV, and stuff like that, in order to gain new talk around their company. And then step four is obviously evaluating whether or not these changes have improved Best Buy as a company. One way they can do that is to look at customer reviews online. If they're getting better reviews at their customer service and their installation services, obviously the retraining has worked. If they look at their financial statements, at their sales and their gross profit for the year, if there's been an uptick in sales, obviously they've done something to generate new sales, which is good for the company. Also, if they're having higher same-store sales, that is good because it means that more people are coming back to their original store rather than going to a different store. And then another thing to look at is if the brand deal is working, obviously they're going to be selling more Apple products, or if the brand deals with Samsung, they're going to be selling more products in that brand. And that is it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.